Because I brought you to the Hypostyle Hall at the famous Egyptian Temple of Karnak before, but I want to return now briefly in the context of describing Sacral Kingship in Egypt, where the king really was the divine Son of God. And certainly Ramses II, the Pharaoh of the Exodus, was in full command of his authority even to alter history. He took his poor father, Seti I's cartouches and actually had his artists climb up and deface these beautiful cartouches, chisel away the relief, and put in a cheaper inscribed edition of his own cartouche, his own royal name. And then he used plaster to plaster over any evidence that an earlier cartouche was there in place.
Ramses clearly went to a great deal of trouble here, making sure that the temple's stone bore consistent witness to his divine status as the great builder of Egypt. The great Hypostyle Hall at Thebes temple was nothing less than an astounding gallery of ancient artwork.
All 134 columns were once adorned with inscriptions from top to bottom. Every inch of stone told a story in vivid color. The markings boast of the godlike status of one man, a pharaoh whose symbol adorns the columns at every angle. Plastered all along the main avenue is the mark of Ramses II.
Here we've got the symbol, the hieroglyphic for Mot, the god of stability and justice. Opposite Mot, we have the symbol of the sun, Re, as a life-giving power. True life, overflowing life, symbolized here by the Ankh, comes from the transcendent. Here's Ramses II on the left, purifying a statue of his dead father, Seti I. Seti holds the symbol of life, the Ankh. This is normally a symbol associated with the life-giving power of the transcendent, the life-giving power of heaven. So for Seti to be holding the Ankh is a real signification that he is honored by Ramses, his son, as deity, as God. The pharaoh as a sacral son by birth.
Well, as long as we are talking about Seti I, let's take a look at a beautiful relief from his temple at Abydos.
The Ankh is being directly placed into the life of Pharaoh as the Son of God on earth.
Built to overlook the Nile, the Kam-Ombo Temple is located in Kam-Ombo, about 30 miles north of Aswan in Egypt. This temple is later in time than the earlier ones that we looked at in this video, dating to the Ptolemaic Period, around the 4th century BCE and extending into Roman times. It's a rather unique Egyptian temple split up between two gods, Sobek, the crocodile god of power, virility, and fertility, and Horus, the falcon-headed ruler of the gods and the divine patron of the reigning pharaoh. Let's enter the forecourt and hone in on the stone screen to our left.
This is an important and illuminating scene for understanding sacral kingship in ancient Egypt. This is the Ptolemaic period, and we have Pharaoh Ptolemy the 12th in the middle of these two deities, Sobek and Thoth, and they are consecrating, anointing him, signifying his special infusion, empowerment, and inviolability. And if you look closely, as Sobek and Thoth do the anointing, you can see that the anointing oil is actually streams of ankhs coming down, infusing him with life and holiness. So this really is an anointing and a consecration, making the Pharaoh set apart from humanity as the special bearer of holy life from the transcendent. Israel too understood the king, the vicar of God, to be consecrated, set apart, moved into the transcendent realm as the Lord's anointed, the special bearer of God's power of holy life.